As you know, WhatsApp is very strict. You might be banned if you fulfill any of these criteria. First would be exceed number of messages you can be sent at any time. So if you send too many messages, I think this can be quite iffy also. So you won't actually know an answer. WhatsApp purposely don't want to tell you the answer because they don't want you to circumvent. So let's say they say you cannot send more than 10,000, then you send 9,999. So they will make it more iffy so that no one will game the system. If you broadcast to more than 256 recipients at one time, they'll ban you. If too many users flag your message as spam, they also ban you. So if I receive something on my phone, an unwanted message, let's say a loan message or like some betting one or some casino one, you can actually, and if they have never spoken to you before, you can actually mark that as spam. So if too many users, in this case, too many users mark your message as spam, it can also be banned. And that's one of the reasons why we suggest a lot of communication with your users. So like sending automated message one by one, and then when they reply like, oh, thank you very much. This no signal to WhatsApp that it's not a spam because people are talking to you. And lastly, go against WhatsApp's terms and services. Most of the time, getting banned is your content. So these are some of the best practices we recommend for not getting banned. Firstly, don't send messages to contacts who have never contacted you before. WhatsApp knows this. So if you've never sent, even if it's email, right, you're sending a lot of email to people who've never contacted you before, it's your email score will also drop. The contact that you send, add them to your contact list so that it's like and have a conversation with them. Safe broadcasting, practice safe broadcasting. So what this means is that you don't want to send overly promotional content. You don't want to send fake news. You don't want to send malicious files, hate speech, because all these will be regarded as spam and the recipients will report you. And it's also against their TOS, their terms of service. Yeah, so I am quite confident that none of you would send like fake news or malicious files or hate speech. But overly promotional content is something that is quite iffy also. Like you don't know whether your message is overly promotional or not promotional. So I think the rule of thumb for overly promotional messages would this be something I would send to my friend in terms of like a reply? So when I'm replying my friends, I'm talking to my friends, right? I wouldn't send them a super long essay WhatsApp with a lot of emojis. But I see that a lot of time in terms of promotional messages. So if I'm replying my friends, I usually reply like 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines, and not a lot of emojis, maybe 1 or 2 emojis, maybe 1 GIF. So when you're sending a broadcast, think about it as talking to a friend and not sending an overly promotional message. Yes, lastly, avoid collecting customers' personal information. So let's say like credit card or the more personal information that make your customers like feel a bit on guard. You want to avoid doing that. Of course, I think this goes without saying. Have a profile picture and WhatsApp name. So if you're sending a new message without having a name or a picture, you increase your chance of getting flagged as spam. And avoid using WhatsApp modified versions of WhatsApp. So there's a lot of like weird modified version of WhatsApp for you to download. WhatsApp Plus, GB WhatsApp. I'm not trying to recommend you this. Actually, I'm trying to tell you to avoid because this might get you blocked, get a number blocked, and also it's a very sure way of getting virus in your phone if you download the wrong version. Lastly, avoid sending links that are previously marked as spam on WhatsApp, or non-HTTPS. So like sending like safe links or even use a URL shortener would be recommended. So in terms of compliance, I think mentioned earlier, if you want to send broadcasts, try to throttle your messages so you don't send so many at once. But then if you want to send like to like few thousand people, right? And then the maximum broadcast that you can do at one go is 256. Does that mean that you have to send like one broadcast, maybe a couple hours you manually send again? And this can be very, very time consuming and troublesome. So that's when you use like a tool to send to a lot of people, but you throttle your speed. Next would be, I think this goes without saying, having multiple WhatsApp numbers as backup. So let's say if you have one number, this is more like the later solution. Like if nothing works, then you go with like buying multiple numbers to backup. So having multiple numbers as a backup, if one number banned, you switch your SIM card, switch your number. But the problem is, you need to have multiple SIM cards, and that can be very troublesome. You have to purchase a lot of SIM cards. So I think, okay, this is a slightly shameless plug, but yeah, so for NovoChat, we actually offer you the ability to purchase virtual numbers easily. So if you don't want to if you want to back up, but you don't want to buy a new SIM card and slot it in or whatever, just purchase a virtual number and then use for WhatsApp. And then lastly, if all else fails, somehow the WhatsApp gods are not very kind to you, what you can do is back up your account and contact the WhatsApp support team. Yep, so I've listed all of them here.